Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and hello to anyone who's seeing me for the first time. This is actually a new type of video than what I usually do. I kind of talked about this in my last vlog, so please go check that out if you haven't. But I'm going to start trying to branch out into new styles of content for my YouTube channel. These videos will vary depending on what I really feel like making. I wanted to give myself like freedom to make whatever I felt like. Some of these might be, draw with me style process. Some of them might just be like challenges, which is what I plan to do, is like challenges every now and then. And like today's video, I wanted to talk about a certain topic, which is, basically being an artist in 2025. So I'm sure many of you have seen like a million AI articles out there on social media. You don't even have to be an artist to like know the impact that it's starting to have everywhere. Actually, I think like 2 weeks ago, or maybe it was last week, I don't remember. There was like a Studio Ghibli like artwork going around that the AI was starting to make, and it got so bad that even Hayao Miyazaki, I hope I said that right, he even had to make a statement showing like they were saying how disrespectful and like bad that was. Honestly, it's starting to make everyone pretty much question like what's the point in being an artist if someone could just do 10 seconds on a computer, type in what they want, and then using that as like official artwork. I think Coca-Cola also was using AI art, I believe. And it's like, obviously, that discredits all the artists that are out there, like working their asses off to spend hours making stuff. But also the fact that it steals their artwork is just like, dude, what the hell?
I should say, however, that I do personally believe that AI art can be beneficial if used correctly. For example, concept artists usually have very quick turnarounds when it comes to character designs, background ideas, all that stuff that goes into creating games or like cartoons and stuff. And when they come up with these ideas, sometimes the director will be like, nah, work it out more. And so they have to be very creative on the fly. And this is where a lot of burnout comes from, just because they have to think critically all the time with new ideas and also draw the artwork out. So it's very hard to get motivated sometimes. And I think this is when AI art can come in. And I think this is perfect for AI art to help get the ideas they have in their head, at least on a visual like space, just so they don't have to like completely start from nothing. And I think AI art can just be used as a tool in the creative process to help speed things along, but it should never be the creative artwork itself, if that makes sense. And of course, you could use this for other things, but yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like most people are just abusing the ease that AI art creates, but it can still be used for good. It's just most people are choosing to just make that the final result without knowing the consequences of what that's actually doing for other artists.
And then to top it off, I'm not gonna name people, but you know who I'm talking about, are starting to raise tariffs on many countries, and the most important one, China. I know we basically get all our artwork, like keychains, enamel pins, and stuff like that, from China. And now I think it's like 125 or 145 at the moment of me recording this.
Now, I won't get into politics or the economic state of the world or anything like that because I don't think I've done enough research to really delve too deep into this topic. Plus, by the time this recording comes out, the effects of this tariff might change and, everything just might be different. So I'm not going to get too deep into that. I'm just saying that right now, it kind of feels like everything just wants to ruin artists who are just trying to make cool shit and make money from it.
This actually brings me to my view on this whole debacle. In the future, I might dig more deeper into my art journey to show y'all, or like tell y'all like how I've grown and why I decided to become an artist. But to sum it up, I've actually only been drawing for a little over 2 years now. I started at 21, so I'm 23 now, which is kind of late compared to most of the artists that I see at like events and stuff. I'm a late bloomer, I guess you could say. Obviously, there's people that do even later than me, but it's still like starting at 21 from never really drawing before. It's kind of like crazy. And I'm not gonna sit here and try to deny that I'm fearful for having a full-time job out of being an artist, especially deciding to do it this year. In my eyes, I've kind of been playing catch up since day one, anyways. Like I'm already so far behind everyone that this kind of just adds another layer to the mountain that I'm climbing, to make a metaphor out of it. I don't have the artistic ability to make artwork that looks like amazing and like groundbreaking like Wallop, nor do I have like a big enough audience to encourage or like really have like a big voice like other art YouTubers that I follow and get encouraged by. But I do think that showing my art process, choosing to keep getting better, recording my vlogs, making new styles of content, trying new things out. I think this is another way that me and other small creators out there can just still have our voice and say, hey, we're not going to stop making art just because the world doesn't want us to make art anymore. At the end of the day, I think creating art and making content on social media, learning how to cook, practicing the sport, all that, at the end of the day, it's just for us, not for anyone else. And we can't control what people decide to do with the economy and relations with other countries. And we can't control what companies want to do with their labor if they want to hire an artist or just use stolen artwork from AI. But we can choose to keep doing what we want to do, which is make art or, cook, whatever you want to do. In this case, I'm talking about artists. I think honestly, the only way for us to really win any situation is to just keep going and keep showing everyone that like, hey, this we like making art. This is what we do. We're not going to stop. And obviously, it's easier said than done. And I know most of y'all have a full-time job or a million other priorities that go over making artwork. I am unemployed at the moment, but I was employed back in January, so I knew how taxing and like how unmotivated it could be to make artwork and be passionate about it. But I think that whatever time you do have, whatever free time you do have, if you are passionate about something, if you are passionate about creating artwork and you're angry or sad about everything that's going on, I think that's the perfect opportunity to keep going, the perfect motivation to keep trying to make the artwork that you want to make. Because we're still humans at the end of the day, and learning and getting better and figuring out ways to get through hard times, it's basically in our nature. I mean, we literally threw tea over the Boston Harbor to show England we hate you, even though back then we loved tea. Well, I mean, I guess we still love tea, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I think just to sum up whatever I was trying to say is that like I think right now, although it kind of looks like everything's against artists, I think it's the best time to keep making art, to keep doing what you want to do, because this is what we are. We're just humans that want to create and explore new ways to live life. And I just think that it's never too late to keep going. That might just be the optimistic view in me, but to any of you that are just feeling like it's all going downhill, it probably will go downhill even further, but if you keep sticking it out long enough, like the stock market, it will go back up eventually. But yeah, that's just me ranting for a little bit. I hope you guys like that, or if I annoyed you, I apologize. I'll probably do it again. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. Next week should be the vlog if everything goes well, and then I got a bunch of other stuff I am planning on making, and I am excited to make those, which I'm still learning this whole like YouTube thing. So my style might, or my quality might be different and dip every now and then, but it's a process. I'm still learning, and I will try my best to keep in a consistent upload. I at least want to prioritize YouTube and my Instagram for growing my audience. YouTube number one. So if everything else I don't have time for, I at least want to make sure I keep getting the YouTube a weekly episode at least. But yeah, with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.